What's up, everybody? This is Josh here from Basement Level Magic. We're going to go ahead and jump into another Magic Origins draft. We've got a few decent choices here. Thopter Engineer is probably the best card in the pack, easily. If you're looking to go red, you definitely want to be picking up a lot of those Thopter makers, like a Gear or Gear Crafter, and Thopter Engineer just gives them haste. Your red decks are quite fast in this format, so you can even be looking at even simple things like a Bonded Construct, or just to get a 2-drop you get the Rune Servitor. So giving that haste is pretty important. Other cards that I would be looking at in this pack is probably Leaf Gilder, just to be able to try to ramp into some of those bigger green creatures which kind of take over the board late. Necromantic Summons is pretty good. Being able to grab a creature out of any graveyard is pretty cool. And for 5 mana you get to put some counters on there as well. But we'll take the Thopter Engineer. It's just simply the best card in the pack for me. Alright, and so easily the best card is Sentinel of the Eternal Watch. That card is just a bomb. It's better than a lot of the rares in this set. Goblin Glory Chaser is decent if you can get it on turn 1. A Crown Sergeant is great in a red deck, but Sentinel of the Eternal Watch can just take over a game. Being able to tap down your opponent's biggest creature, and then you've still got a 4/6 Vigilance creature, so you're able to attack in or block as well, is just very difficult for a lot of people to deal with. It's kind of stinks for us that we're going to be passing some red cards, but Sentinel is just way too good for us to not play, so we're going to take that. Alright, and so here, wow, there's some really good cards in this pack. If we know that we want to play white, we should be looking at Blessed Spirits, possibly Citadel Castellan. There's a Leaf Gilder coming around, a Pharika's Disciple, so there's some good green cards. Scab Goliath is great in a blue deck. We're not really seeing anything for red. Active Tracing is a good card, but you're not looking to third pick it when you're not set in red yet. I think I'm probably going to take the Spirits, just because it's easily not the strongest card in this pack, but I know that I want to play this Sentinel of the Eternal Watch, whereas I don't know if I'm going to end up in green or blue. Scab Goliath is good, but it's not going to put me in that color generally, so I want the Blessed Spirits. Alright, and here, wow, this is just not very good, honestly. Shadows of the Past, we've shown in our previous videos, could be a very strong card, but actually, I wonder, there's a really strong black-white enchantment deck out there, and maybe we'll try to do that. Now that's one that we haven't done on this channel yet. Otherwise, Watercourser is a very serviceable card. It's not gonna be dominating in many games, but it's very good. But I think let's try the Shadows of the Past. Let's try a enchantment style deck here. Alright. Good thing we're still open, because Tower Geist is just too good. We'll hopefully some of those blue cards will come around. We are just completely wide open right now. Pharika's Disciple is very good. Tower Geist is awesome, though. We're just, the only thing that I know that I want to play is the Sentinel. Shadows of the Past is definitely not something that's going to bring me into black. I just was hoping that maybe there'd be an enchantment theme going around. But we'll take the Tower Geist. Right now we're 4 colors, which is not where you want to be in this format. Here, I like Prickle Boar. Green is the only color we don't have yet. I do like green, but I think we've probably gotten a little too far away from that. I think I'll probably just grab Prickle Boar. I'm not a fan of Screeching Scab. It's just not really where I want to be most of the time. Otherwise, we could look at Heavy Infantry, but you're never wanting to draft Heavy Infantry, honestly. Okay, so we've got some red still coming around, so we will grab a Subterranean Scout. Otherwise, we could look to Aspiring Aeronaut, but I just feel like right now we're set up a little bit better to possibly go red. I don't think this Shadows of the Past is going to get played by us. I'm not a fan of Bellows Lizard. It's kind of annoying if you see somebody playing it right away against you, but it's not really where I want to be. I'll grab the Guardian Automaton. It's a 3/3 for 4. It gains you some life. It's just a very serviceable body. Here, we'll go ahead and take Chandra's Fury. We did pass some good red cards. Hopefully there'll be another one that comes back to us, but for right now we'll just grab Chandra's Fury. We're definitely not getting the low white drops that we would want to see. But that just might mean that they are still out there. So there's a chance that we could end up in them. I'll take the Tactician, just cutting any white cards that we see here. None of these cards are really where I'm looking to be, so I'll take the Thornbow Archer. Or the Artificer. There's a chance I try to splash blue, just because I think Tower Geist is very powerful. Heavy Infantry versus a Crown Jailer. I'm not a fan of either of them, but I'd rather have a low drop at this point. Healing Hands is probably fine in this deck right now. So pack 1 was not the greatest to us, you know, a lot of mixed signals. We did get a Sentinel, which I think is awesome, but then we really didn't see a lot of white outside of that. Alright, so I'm a huge fan of War Oracle. Most of these games go pretty quick, and if you can get some life gain on your side, you're going to be in a little bit better spot. Otherwise, I do like Stalwart Aven. Enshrouding Mist is one of your top-end combat tricks. Evolving Wilds is very good. Wild Instincts is awesome, but green is the only thing we didn't take in that pack. We'll take the War Oracle. Hopefully we can end up with some earlier drops. You know, we did pass those early red drops, but we never really let any white through. So there's probably somebody on that we were passing to that had some very good white drops. But hopefully they'll end up coming through us this time. Alright, so here you know, some of the best cards in the pack include Separatist Void Mage, Lightning Javelin, Cleric of the Forward Order, Totem Guide Heartbeast, but we don't really have any enchantments to go with it. Blightcaster would have been huge if we would have ended up in that enchantment deck that we were talking about for Black-White. That's one of the key cards in that set, or in that deck. I really, you know, Lightning Javelin is very powerful. I just think that I need to try to get some of these early drops. Red-White tends to be an aggressive build, and if you're missing out on all the early drops, it means that you're kind of just not doing what your deck is supposed to be doing. Here, it's between the Akron Sergeant and the Boggart Brute. Both of them, I think, have some great upside. Boggart Brute just having Menace, so if your opponent only has one creature back, they can't block it. Otherwise, the Akron Sergeant having First Strike is awesome. I think I'm going to take the Sergeant. We do have a Subterranean Scout, and maybe we'll be able to pick up some more of those because they actually were coming. We picked up that Subterranean Scout kind of late. So to be able to get your Sergeant with Renown pretty early is going to be an important thing for us. Alright, so we'll take the Stalwart Aven. That's a good pickup for us. I'd be happy to see a Celestial Flare come in some later packs, but it's not quite the spot where I want to take that. I do enjoy removal, but in this format you've got so many small creatures that people can just throw away to your Celestial Flare. So we'll take a Flyer, and it's a decent sized toughness, so you can slow down your opponents. Blood Cursed Knight is awesome in that black-white enchantment deck that I was talking about. We just never saw it in that first pack, so we've kind of gone away from that style. Enthralling Victor is where I want to be with this. You know, a little bit of a tempo swing. Try to get some good, I don't know, little creature out of your opponent's hand. We don't have a way to sack their creature, but just be able to remove a blocker and get some additional attacking in is generally a good thing for you. We'll take the Goblin Glory Chaser here. If I had a few Dragon Fodders, maybe I'd be looking at doing Fiery Conclusion, but right now I'm not in that mode. I just want to get early drops. Call of the Full Moon is awesome. I would love to see this come back around, but I just want to get these early creatures because I really don't want to have to play something like a Crowan Jailer. Enlightened Ascetic is a very good sideboard card. Smash the Smithereens is awesome in sideboard as well. You know, we actually have a decent amount of creatures right now. I don't necessarily need to go with the Tactician. I might just look to pick up a... I mean, the other thing is, I don't know if we're going to do the Tower Guys. I think it's an awesome idea to do it. So maybe we do want to end up with that. I don't like taking sideboard cards before I feel like my main deck is in a good spot. You could always mainboard a Smash the Smithereens in this format. You do have plenty of artifacts, but I think we're doing fairly good here. I think we're getting some pretty good pulls, or cards that come around for us. Mighty Leap, I'd love to have Mighty Leap, but I do like getting multiples of this Cleric of the Forward Order just to possibly gain even more life to keep us going to the late game, because we aren't the most aggressive red-white build out there. You know, we've got a lot of 4-drops. We don't have a ton of 2-drops. Majoring Bully, I would like to play, but I just think Cleric is better. And there's an Enshrouding Mist for us, so things are kind of coming together pretty good for us. I'm gonna move this Crowan Jailer over. Totem Guide Heartbeast is good, but we don't really have any. Yeah, we don't really have any enchantments or auras for it to go get. So I think I might just take a Smash and even try to main deck it. I might regret that just because, you know, if they don't play an artifact, then it's just a dead card in your hand. But I think it'll work for us. I'll take this. I don't know why. Grab an Infectious Bloodlust. Yeah, none of these cards am I really thinking I'm going to play, but just grabbing them in case. Alright, so that pack ended up doing a bit better for us. We kind of filled out our creatures a bit better. We could always increase the quality of creatures that we're playing right now, but I think we ended up doing fairly well in that second pack. I'm still looking to get some early drops. You know, in these red-white builds, you tend to do better with those. Alright, so best card in the pack here is probably Unholy Hunger, which we aren't in black, so that's not really what we're looking to do. Dragon Fodder's fine. Blessed Spirits is good in a enchantment deck, which we don't have any enchantments right now, so we may end up actually looking to do like a Stalwart Aven. Otherwise, if we look to do Blessed Spirits, we could really hope to pass these Grasp of the Hieromancers and prioritize those, because that is an enchantment that you can play in this style of deck that, you know, it keeps the aggression going and it pumps your Blessed Spirits. So that might be the best thing for us. You know, if Dragonfire could be good also because we do have 2 Amperin Tacticians, so, you know, we have that creature that also kind of pumps our creatures, but usually that card comes around a little more. I think I'm going to try the Blessed Spirits route and really hope to get some of these really aggressive enchantments. Ooh, so we got a couple good picks here. I'm a big fan of Patron of the Valiant. We've got... So this does get a +1/+1 counter, so it would be doubled if we did. This has +1/+1, this one does 2. Glory Chaser could as well, and a War Oracle. So we've got a lot of ways to utilize the +1/+1 counters from your patron. Otherwise, Gear Up or Gearcrafter is definitely something I'd be looking to play, but I'm just not. I don't think it's on the same level of strength as the patron. So we'll go ahead and grab the patron, and then really hope to see some of these Grasps of the Hieromancers come back around to us. All right, so right here, I think the every pack has Grasp of the Hieromancer apparently. It's kind of between Boggart Brute, Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, and Mage Ring Bully. I just think that these are stronger cards than the Grasp. Boggart Brute, I really do find being very good. Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, it just dies to too many things before it gets renowned. Once it gets renowned, though, it is a powerhouse. But I think Boggart Brute, just having that built-in evasion is the way that we want to go here. Otherwise, Goldforge Sentinel is a decent draw for you, and we are a kind of a bigger build red-white, so we would be able to play that. But these early good cards are there for us. Wow. So green looks like it is quite open from this direction. We're not really looking to go that way, though. We want to get out this Gearcrafter. We have lots of creatures in here. We could probably move a couple out even. I just actually really like most of these. The Blessed Spirits may not make it in this deck if we don't end up with some enchantments. I mean, the other thing you look at is maybe this Kythian's Tactics. Just because we have a large creature base, so to be able to give all your creatures that pump spell is pretty huge. But Gearcrafter is just too good, especially with us having this Thopter Engineer. Alright, and here, this is where I would have loved to see one of those Grasp of the Hieromancers. Instead, Prickleborr is just the best card in our colors. Heavy Infantry would be fine, I think. Just to be able to bring it in and, kind of kick out one of his better blockers. Rock Maulers is insane, but we're not green. So green looks like it's pretty open, which is crazy because I just find green to be very strong in this format. I'm going to take a sideboard Enlightened Aztec here. I feel like it's more powerful than the Firefiend Elemental for us. The Elemental would maybe take the spot of the Guardian Automaton, but I think just having a way to possibly remove some overpowerful enchantments is going to be more important for us. Hallowed Moonlight is the rare, and that's just not very good in this format. Alright, so there's a Scab Goliath, so geez, blue must be going around as well, but Call of the Full Moon is one of the enchantments that you want in this style of deck. It'll be huge for us to get that, and if we can grab a couple of those Grasp of the Hieromancers, we're really going to look pretty good in our Blessed Spirits package. Here, I like the Vial. Actually, I might just hate draft this Claustrophobia. I don't think I'm really needing a Vial in this deck, so I might just, Claustrophobia is hands down the best card. Actually, Sigil. I have not gotten to play a lot with this, and we have a decent amount of small creatures that we could end up with a huge amount of creatures. Yeah, let's try this. I haven't done that one yet. I know I've seen a couple people play it against me, and it was actually a pretty powerful card. Right now we've got a huge creature build that we may just want to take advantage of all the +1/+1 from our other creatures. We'll take another Chandra's Fury. There's another Grasp that we were looking for. So right now we've got the Grasp, we've got the Call of the Full Moon. I'm not sure if I want to play any Chandra's Furies, just Prickleborr seems really good in this deck. Get this Thornbolt Archer out. Yeah, so we didn't end up with another Grasp of the Hieromancer. Luckily, we did get one of them to come back around for us, though. Outside of that, we don't really have... Yeah, we don't have any other... Well, we have Infectious Bloodlust, but... as a one-of, I'm not really excited to play that card. I mean, it is just make your guy a little bit bigger, and running 2 Blessed Spirits, it's very tempting to play that. So we don't have a whole lot of non-creature spells. I do want to play all of these. The only questionable one is maybe Smash the Smithereens, which we could sideboard in. And then maybe I might actually just play Chandra's Fury over Pricklebore, just to give us that reach that, we don't have much for flyers. We have the 2 Blessed Spirits, the Stalwart Haven, and then we've got these Thopter tokens. So we don't have the greatest amount of evasion against our opponents. So just being able to have that Chandra's Fury to do that last 4 damage seems pretty good for us. And I mean, Amperent Tactician can act basically as a pseudo pump spell for your whole team. So that's one reason why I do want to keep these in, as compared to something like another Chandra's Fury or a Pricklebore. So our curve looks pretty good, pretty aggressive. We'll go ahead and add our lands in, and we'll just equal these out, kind of. Go with a 9-8 build. I think that's it. I will see you in round 1. Thanks for watching. This is Josh with Basement Level Magic.